Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to our channel. It is a wild Tuesday and the drama never sleeps, which means neither do we. Grab your strongest coffee because we have an absolute mountain of chaos to unpack today. Let's just dive straight into the madness because I am practically shaking and we have so much ground to cover. Okay, I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. It is 3 a.m. My eyes are burning. My sanity is hanging by a single frayed thread. And I just hit record because this grueling, decade-long journey with the Newmans has finally pushed me over the edge. Listen, I am spiraling. I am in a chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype and absolute narrative betrayal. And I need to dump this unedited psychic damage onto you guys because you are the only ones who speak my language. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. We are talking about Victoria Newman. Yes, the Ice Queen herself, the corporate titan who never lets a hair fall out of place, absolutely losing her mind and going full feral. Suddenly, the script is out the window, and we are watching a legacy character snap in real time. Unbelievable, guys, what's going on here. Honestly, I am breathless just trying to articulate the sheer magnitude of what we just witnessed. Basically, we have to rewind to the root of this absolute nightmare to even begin to understand the psychology at play. Nick Newman, our traditionally protective, moral compass legacy king, is battling a severe, life-threatening fentanyl addiction. Look, I knew things were bad, but the depths of this delusion are staggering. He is secretly relapsing, buying more pills, and hoarding this lethal stash just so he can function and stay sharp for whatever unhinged mission he is running with the amnesiac Matt Clark. Honestly, Nick is gaslighting everyone around him. Adam saw it first. Adam, the family black sheep, stepped up as a total game changer and interrogated Nick, refusing to buy into his fake sobriety claims, but Nick just kept spinning lies. And then the May 20th episode hits. Victoria actually catches him. She sees it with her own two eyes. The raw, unfiltered devastation on her face when she realizes her brother is literally actively using fentanyl. It is a masterclass in psychological horror. She corners him, she forces the confession, and suddenly the entire Newman dynamic shatters into a million jagged pieces. But wait, why are we like this? Why do we think a simple confession is enough to wrap up a soap opera storyline? Because Victoria isn't just going to cry and hug him. Oh no, suddenly the gears in her corporate, ruthless brain start turning at terminal velocity. If Nick is using, who times is supplying? Basically, Nick is in no condition to be running a cartel operation on the streets of Genoa City, so someone is handing him the literal poison that is destroying his life. And then the puzzle pieces snap together and the truth drops like a nuclear bomb. Sienna. Yes, Sienna's the one supplying the drugs to Nick. Honestly, when this revelation hit, I had to pause the screen and walk around my room because I was hyperventilating. Sienna, the absolute audacity. Victoria realizes that Sienna is the plug, the enabler, the literal Grim Reaper handing her brother fentanyl in a little plastic bag. This isn't just a betrayal. This is an act of war against the Newman family. Listen, Victoria has endured traumas, corporate takeovers, and toxic relationships, but you do not mess with her brother. Suddenly, all that polished CEO energy evaporates into thin air. We are witnessing the birth of a terrifying, vengeful matriarch. She doesn't call the cops. She doesn't call Victor to handle it. Basically, Victoria decides she is going to be the judge, jury, and executioner. The psychological fallout here is immense. She is terrified for Nick, absolutely heartbroken by his desperate lies, but that terror instantly transmutes into pure, unadulterated rage directed squarely at Sienna. Honestly, the build-up to this confrontation is a major flex by the writers. You can feel the tension redlining. You know Victoria is hunting Sienna down, and you know that when she finds her, there'll be zero mercy. I am low-key obsessed with this dark, unhinged era of Victoria. She is weaponizing her grief and turning it into a lethal crunch of vengeance that is about to explode. And then it happens. the moment that literally broke my brain, Victoria finds Sienna, and she doesn't just confront her with a stern warning, she physically attacks her. I am screaming. Victoria literally lunges at Sienna like a rabid animal. It is high-octane, zero-filter violence. She is grabbing her, shoving her against the wall, screaming in her face, absolutely tearing into the woman who dared to poison Nick. You did this. You gave him the fentanyl. The raw frames of this scene pack such a lethal crunch that I felt it in my bones. Victoria is shaking, her eyes are wild, and Sienna is just completely blindsided by the sheer force of a Newman scorned. Honestly, I was jumping out of my chair. This is cinema. This is what we stay up until 3 a.m. for. Victoria is inflicting physical and psychic damage on Sienna, and honestly, I am cheering her on. The sheer terminal velocity of Victoria's rage is a sonic boom that shatters the fourth wall. We are right there with her, feeling every ounce of that desperate, protective fury. Whoa, I've really gone off, chasing butterflies into another dimension. I mean, my brain was just spiraling into thinking about how Phyllis is simultaneously trying to use Matt Clark as a bargaining chip to drop her charges, and Christine is furious, and Daniel is panicking about Danny missing. Like, how is Genoa City even functioning right now? Everyone is operating at a level of absolute lunacy. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. We are talking about Victoria and Sienna. Wait, did I just say I loved Victoria attacking her? Actually, no. Maybe it's incredibly toxic and proves the Newmans are just mobsters in designer suits who think they are above the law. I don't even know anymore. I am contradicting myself because I am so overflowing with emotion right now. I am organizing my thoughts in real time, and basically I am just terrified that Victoria's violent outburst is going to backfire and push Nick further into isolation. What if Sienna retaliates? What if this exposes Nick's addiction to the press? I am spiraling again. Look, after the physical altercation, the dust settles, but the emotional wreckage is just beginning. Sienna is left battered, terrified, and exposed as the dealer, but Victoria is left with the horrifying reality that beating up the supplier doesn't magically cure the addict. Honestly, this is the tragic core of the storyline. Victoria can scream and physically attack Sienna all she wants. She can unleash all her pent-up trauma on this woman, but she still has to go back to that room and look at Nick. Nick, who is completely compromised, defensive, and delusional. He bought the fentanyl to stay sharp for the Matt Clark situation, which is a massive joke because he is literally falling apart at the seams. Victoria's adrenaline crash after attacking Sienna is profound. Suddenly, she realizes that she cannot fix this alone. Her low-key obsession with controlling every single narrative has hit a massive brick wall. She needs backup. She needs the heavy artillery. Basically, this brings us to the ultimate family mobilization, which is a total game changer for the show's dynamic. Victoria, still trembling from her feral high-velocity encounter with Sienna, knows she has to escalate this to the very top of the food chain. She is the catalyst. She pushes Nikki and Victor Newman to reconcile. Yes, Victor and Nikki, who have been embroiled in their own severe marital warfare, are forced to put down their weapons on May 21st because their son is dying. Listen, the fact that Victoria's discovery and subsequent violent meltdown with Sienna is the exact trigger that unites the Newman patriarch and matriarch is incredible writing. Victor is terrifyingly calm, but you just know he is planning to obliterate Sienna and anyone else who enabled Nick. And Nikki? Nikki is drawing on her own painful, grueling history of addiction. She is steely, resolute, and preparing to deliver the most uncompromising ultimatum of Nick's entire life. As we look toward the May 22nd intervention, the stakes have literally never been higher. Nikki is going to reject Nick's outpatient treatment plan outright. She is demanding 24/7 inpatient rehab, and honestly, after seeing what Sienna was sneaking to him, Nikki is 100% right. Nick cannot be trusted. He is a danger to himself and everyone around him. Look, this entire journey has been a chaotic, grueling test of our sanity as viewers. From Nick's secret relapse to Victoria's violent, unhinged attack on Sienna, we are witnessing the absolute deconstruction of the Newman family's polished facade. I am exhausted, I am emotionally drained, but I am also completely hooked. I need to see Victor's reaction when he finds out the exact details of what Sienna did. I need to see Nick locked in a facility, forced to face his demons without any chemical crutches. Basically, this show has ruined my sleep schedule, hijacked my emotional stability, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.